behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Bash TV. Palm Bash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV. Time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Got another great interview coming up shortly, but don't forget about the subscribe and bell buttons below you there, and I'll help notify you of any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like what you see. We'd love to hear from you there. And pay attention to the description part as well as the closing credit part of this episode, and you're going to find contact info, so we hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Atlanta, Georgia today, we have Chakrah, a very talented jazz musician, and I think you're really going to love him. And we're going to get to that in a second, but first, here's a quick word again from the Caden Gordon Show. Don't go away, we'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
All right, we're back, and with us from Atlanta, Georgia today, we have Chakrah. Thanks for joining us, Chakrah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to have you here. So tell us a little bit about your story, why you decided you wanted to become an artist. I mean, and actually you're not a singer, you just play saxophone. But I'm sure there's a great story behind that too. But anyway, go ahead and tell us in your own words.
Well, the journey for me as far as even picking up the saxophone is kind of interesting, you know. I come from a musically inclined family. My mother used to sing. My brother, he picked up the drums, and he also produces. My father, he was actually the one that introduced me to the saxophone, and my grandfather, he was a guitar player, and he kind of introduced me to jazz in some ways. So it starting playing saxophone back in sixth grade, you know, I just kind of stuck with it as far as like being in band throughout my grade school days, and then I even got a scholarship to go to Florida A&M University, and that's where I studied jazz for the 4 years that I was there. And after my tenure in college, I just decided to get into production and actually start making my own music and such. It started off as just kind of making sure I can kind of formulate my own thoughts. And it grew to where people were telling me that I could really, you know, do this on a professional level. So I kind of chased it for a while, just making my own music, you know, right here at home. And it's gotten quite a bit of attention, you know, and I'm just thankful for it having gone this far.
Well, you are great at what you do, and I can see many years ahead of you too. So I hope you'll have good luck with that. Well, what were some of the influences? I mean, did you have any saxophone influences as well? Go ahead and tell us in your own words about that as well.
Okay, there's a lot of influences actually. I would say two of the biggest influences from I would say, you know, just the earlier years of jazz, like maybe 40s to 60s, it definitely would be like Dexter Gordon, Hank Mobley, and of course, John Coltrane, and Cannonball Adderley. That's another one. I listen to him a lot as far as alto sax. As you get further and further along to the modern era, it definitely starts with Kenny Garrett. A friend of mine actually put me onto him. But after that, you have Braxton Cook. You know, there's a saxophone player for this band called Butcher Brown. His name is Marcus Tenney. He's a pretty cool inspiration for me as well. And I just love listening to a lot of different saxophone players nowadays, as far as like their sound and how they approach playing. You know, it could be a lot of different people. You know.
Yeah, those are great ones, especially the one you mentioned, John Coltrane. I mean, he was a legend too. And
Yes.
Well, I mean, people might want to find out more about you. Like, you have an official website, social media, streaming media, so forth. Go ahead and tell them where we can find out more about you.
You can find out about me on Instagram. That would be at Chakrah. That's at CHAKRAH _ And I also have a secondary music page that would be the primary page where you can find all of my music, and that would be at CJD Music TM. That's where you can find me on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok by that exact same handle. I'm also on YouTube. Just type in the name Chakrah as you heard it earlier, CHAKRAH, and I should be able to pull up. And yeah, I'm pretty much everywhere. Everywhere you can find me, especially on streaming platforms.
Okay. Do you have any official website as of yet, or are you working on that?
I'm working on that,
Oh,
yes. But
okay.
I do have official pages, official websites um, where if you were to find my social media, you definitely all you have to do is just click the link in my bio, and then you'll get right to it. So
Okay. Well, check them out everywhere, like social media and streaming media and so forth. And I know you love them for that. And we're getting ready to play this video, Stay Free. I think it's not very long. It's more like a promotional video. But tell us a little bit story about this song we're about to watch.
well, this song is actually from a producer, beat maker by the name of K Fresh or Cuddy Fresh, as some people might know him. He's actually done some pretty great work through his social media and actually having made tracks of his own. And I would follow him just to see what he's always up to. And uh, one day I actually came across the beat that you're going to hear, and I decided to actually uh, remix the reel that came from Instagram and actually play alongside it with some saxophone, obviously. And and after I had posted it, it actually got quite a bit of exposure, quite a bit of movements, and from there we connected and actually made it a full songs, and it turned out to be "Stay Free." You can find this on all streaming platforms as well, and I've been posting it on TikTok, and right now it's getting quite a bit of movement. At this very moment, it's about 2,000 views and likes, and it's only growing. So.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to check out that video in just a second. But before we do, Chakra, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Anytime you want to come back and plug something new, let me know. We'll have you back on sometime.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, and here it is, Stay Free by Chakra, and it begins right now.